are the placement games rigged? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Stylosa and this is Unit Lost. And well, yeah, are the placement games rigged? Because it can kind of feel like they are. What I want you guys to do before we get into this video is I want you to comment below with your season high from season 2. So if we look at mine, not your season high, I apologise, your final rank. So not the season high, the final rank. My final rank is 3342. My current rank is 3404. They're pretty close, right? I won 5 placement games, lost 4, and there was 1 draw. Now, let's just talk about this, because I think this is super interesting, and there is a definite pattern here. So, my rank here, what happened was, I spent most of the season in Masters, so 3.5 plus. I went to BlizzCon, and, well, I decayed pretty much down to 3k, so I had to work my way back up from that. I managed to get into the mid sort of diamond tier, which is fine. But then when you look at my current rank, it's basically put me in the mid diamond tier. Well, a little bit high, like high diamond, I guess, which is very interesting because that's very close. Now, let's just let's go back and let's look at some of my friends. So, people I played with, for example, I played with Ryan. So we played with Ryan. Let's view his profile. All right, so he calibrated at 2917 in season 3 after 10 games. But what was his season 2? Well, it was 3021. So 3021 to 2917, pretty much identical. And you're going to see where this is going to go, ladies and gentlemen, because it's pretty much the same for everybody. Mist, this was another chap who we did all of the placement games with. So if we review his career profile, he calibrated at 3710, which is a pretty nice rank. But what was he at Season 2? He was 3717. I mean, how close is that? That is insanely close to the final rank. Let's do somebody else. Let's go for, I don't know, let's try... Well, let's just try my friends list. Let's see what they've got, because I don't want to remove his friend. View career profile. Hasn't done the games. View career profile. Hasn't done the games. View career profile. Hasn't done the games. View career profile. All right, here we go. So Flappers, current 3120. Well, actually, his season high was 3215. So let's look at that, because he's obviously lost a couple of games there. What was his season 2? 3105. Look at that. It's very close. There's no like drastic swing. There's no like, oh my god, suddenly I'm like, I was 3k, now I've calibrated at 4k. It just doesn't seem to be happening. There was a case of IDDQD, who is a pro gamer, and he calibrated at like 4.4 or 4.5 or something, and he only won 2 games out of the placement games. So I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. And that just goes to show that winning and losing in placement absolutely counts for nothing, because what this is doing is it's basing your season 3 placement rank, which is the rank you start the season at, off your season 2 final rank. Now, I thought it was going to base it off your season high, but if you think about it, basing it off the season high kind of doesn't make sense, because your season high was your pinnacle. Where you ended the season after hundreds of games and whatnot during that season is probably going to reflect your rank a little bit better. Now, I need to clarify this, because loads of people have been sending me messages about this, and quite frankly, it's a bit ridiculous. So they'll say things to me like, there was one over Twitter, and it was, Sty, oh my god, I've lost every placement game. This is the worst thing ever. I've calibrated at 1.2. Now, okay, that's a fairly low rank. You lost all the placement games. I can understand why you would think losing all the games would cause that. But then when I asked this person for their season 2 final rank, it was like 1.3. So actually, you're kind of in the same place. So it's kind of worked. But here's the thing, right? Why even bother with the placement games anyway? Like I've said, placement games don't matter. They don't. And the rank you get given after them, it doesn't matter, because you have to play loads of games to work through the ranks anyway. So just don't worry about it. But why even send us through the placement system if you kind of already had our rank? Now, let me just go back to my profile, because I don't think that it's totally based off what your final rank was, because you'll see, like, I got 3405 and my final rank was 3342. So that's actually like 63 more, which is not massively higher, but it's still higher. So some sort of calibration was going on. Like, I think if I played terrible and lost every game, it would have placed me lower. But it probably would have placed me in diamond somewhere, regardless of whatever the hell I did. Because if you watch my VOD, which will be on the YouTube channel shortly, as I say, with all of my games, some games were absolutely phenomenal. Like, I'm playing more DPS now, so if you look at my season, my current competitive, you can see I played 2 hours of Soldier. I played like a round as Zarya, like 5 minutes as McCree, but basically it was Soldier. And then if you look at my season 2, look at this, it's just basically Reinhardt, Zarya, Lucio, and Anna. So it's a bit of a switch up for me, but clearly I was doing something right. Now, whether it's based off the gold medals you get in relation to your team, whether it's based off global rankings against other people playing the same heroes, we just don't know. But what is for sure is it is a little bit rigged, because you can pretty much say whatever your final rank was, you're going to be very close to this. I mean, let's just go back to my friends list. There's probably more examples. Let's see what Holland has got. Let's have a look. He hasn't played his games. Let's have a look at this chap. Hasn't played the games. I don't think Impact has played his games. I think, yeah, he hasn't. Species, have you played your games? No. Zappis, oh, that's a pro. Maybe that's played his games. No, not yet. But even so, like this, I mean, that's ended at a ridiculous season high there. That's probably going to calibrate at least, 4.2, 4.3 after it plays the games. There is some good news, though, which I've been seeing reports of this. So people who are playing, like before in Season 2, you got punished if you played a tank, basically, or a support. They seem to be giving people who were killing the enemy, so people with like high damage, eliminations, objective kills and all of that stuff, they were getting more SR per game, per like calibration game, let's say, than other people were getting if you were playing tanks or supports. That doesn't seem to be the case now. It seems to just be again, it's very difficult to see how this is working it out. Like, it must be comparing you to other heroes of the same type and like has some sort of metric there, but it is definitely using your final rank from Season 2 and using that as the basis. That's almost like the median. It's the thing in the middle. So if your final rank was 3K, it's either going to put you at 2.9 or 3.1. That's basically what's going to happen. I haven't seen any other wild swings. I've not seen somebody end the season at 3K and then suddenly go forward to 4K. That's just not happened, because, well, that would be crazy. And those players clearly are not at that level yet, and they need to work through the ranks. It's going to be interesting to play on my Smurf account to see where that actually calibrates. But as I said, guys, at the start of this video, please comment below with your end of Season 2 rank. Not your season best, the end of season rank. And then comment with your placement game rank in Season 3. Because I think they will be very, very similar. Alright guys, I've been Stylosa and this is Unit Lost. And yeah, I think the rank system is slightly rigged. It's almost like it's got your rank before you even kind of play the games. And then it does a little bit of adjustment based on those 10 games. Alright guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.